At a time like this, and really at any time, but especially at a point when we're really trying to grapple with the history of racial justice and injustice over centuries, not only in our country, but literally around the world, this is an entirely appropriate question to raise. And I think maybe particularly and acutely so here in the city of Boston for a number of reasons. The truth is absolutely that the Red Sox were the last team to integrate. That's a matter of fact in history. Unfortunately, that fact has become affiliated with a number of other things that are not true and have obscured some other things that are also true. So what's not true is that some statements that have been made about Tom Yawkey's statements to or about black ball players is absolutely untrue. What's been obscured is the fact that the team was the first to bring on a Mexican American, a Latinx player into its ranks. What's been obscured is the fact that in the wake of those first tryouts for Jackie Robinson and Willie Mays, the team went on to make very serious offers for established ball players from other teams, and those were turned down. What's also true is that they actually moved black ball players into their minor league, and were in the process of actually moving one of those, Earl Wilson, to the major league team when he was drafted by the Marines. And so it was only a couple of years later that Pumpsie Green was brought back, and then it was brought up, and then Earl Wilson later returned from his stint. And so that fact is absolutely true, but the conclusion that's drawn that somehow they remained absolutely resistant is simply not true, when in fact you look at the full story. The last thing I would say is that this is part of the legacy of Tom, that he, like most of the country, like most of the sports and the media and almost every facet of American society, have to live with. That there were racial attitudes and policies that were unjust. But the exciting thing for me was that Tom Yawkey, like a lot of people, grew and learned and embraced racial equality and equity and opened the doors of the team. And that process is well attested by any number of players, black and white, on the team. And so Tom, like all of us, Tom, like our country, grew and evolved, and I think for all those reasons became a better person, as we are all striving to be better people.